All right. Hi, this is Monique, owner of Shop M. Ross, and I am bringing you a Fashion Friday edition video via IGTV. So, just what you guys can kind of expect from Fashion Friday is that we will still be doing lives, but we also want to do some fun fashion chats with other bloggers, influencers, creatives, so we can connect with others on like their style, what's going on with them during this quarantine time, but also continuing out of this time because this shall pass. And this is something that you can expect from the shop. Give you guys more insight into our community and also be able to connect with others, learn about their style and what's going on. So today joining us is Samantha E., creative influencer here in the DC area. Um, and she's just going to be sharing with us what she's doing during this time, how she's spending her time, and what creative projects she's working on.
Hi guys, thank you Mo for having me. I'm so excited to be here. This is really cool to be able to chat and kind of tell you a little bit about me. Like she said, my name is Samantha E. You can find me on Instagram at s.e.cole. I am a content creator, blogger, travel influencer, all of that. All those things that I enjoy doing.
So cute. Love this mustard yellow that you have on today, as well as this beautiful natural hair and cute glasses. So tell us what have you been doing the last few weeks? We've been on lockdown for the last 8 weeks. So how are you feeling? What have you been doing? What's your new normal? Like, give us a little insight on, Samantha's day-to-day these.
Yeah, I feel really good actually. Quarantine has been interesting for me because I have tried to come up with ways to stay creative in the house. And I thought it was going to be hard for me. I'm an only child and I like being out. I'm super social, but it really has not been difficult. I find myself strolling through Pinterest a lot, trying to figure out recipes and fashion and of course shopping online nonstop. Has really been like my day to day. I'm sure you can relate.
Yeah, that retail therapy is amazing. Some days I was online at the Container Store for about 2 hours one
time. So that's kind of what my day to day looks like. I am still working part time, but I'm also really putting a lot of energy into my creative side as far as my website, my Instagram, trying to figure out ways to grow that and build that. And then also trying to jump in on a lot of conversations like this and connect with a lot of other creatives that are also trying to do the same thing.
Cool. Well, it sounds like you have your hands full. Might I ask, what has been your favorite recipe during this quarantine time?
Yeah, so I have perfected avocado toast. Like, when I tell you, I mean, and my avocado toast is not just a regular avocado toast. I mean, I got an egg, I got some onions, I got peppers, like I'm jazzing it up over here.
Okay, well, we need a tutorial on this avocado toast that you perfected. We're
on my list
for that too, okay? So being a creative at heart, and then I know that fuels your day to day. Like, how has the pandemic affected you in your creativity? And I know you're saying busy, recipes, Pinterest, all of that, but what are you doing to keep your creative juices flowing? Like, give us more insight onto, like, how are you building this content? How, what are you putting on your blog? Like, what are some of the things that you're doing?
Yeah, so at the start of the quarantine, I thought to myself, like, how can I use my place as a backdrop? I am really into scouting out walls and murals for my social media, but I wanted to be able to one, stay safe, but make it creative in my home. So I came up with ideas of being able to create my own backdrops out of newspapers, out of magazines, and kind of bring that whole aesthetic together. So I used that. I did a how-to video on my blog on how I did it and kind of what my mindset was behind it. It didn't take a lot of time, but now it's kind of spiraled from there. I did one with newspapers and that did really well. And so now I'm working on one with Essence magazine covers. So it's just kind of coming up with cool ways to create that look, but not be outside.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I actually was able to read your blog post and I saw it and I
Yes.
thought about, like, when you just said magazine, I thought about, like, I have so many old, like,
Yeah.
old magazines and fashion magazines. I'm like, oh, that would be super cool.
Do it. Yeah.
So I think I need to go ahead and channel that
Yep.
info from you and create something and make sure I tag Samantha Cole. So the folks know where I was inspired. I think it really is, this time is pushing you outside of your comfort zone. Is also being a creative, getting your creative juices flowing more because you're like, how can I produce things that are still authentic to myself but fun, keeping myself busy, keeping my spirits lifted, but bringing like true fun content to your followers. I know, like, a part of you're also like this big adventure girl and going and trying new restaurants and different things like that. How has it been not being able to go to like all of the fun hip places? Like, have you done takeout? Like, what are some of the things you've been doing to kind of
So that's been fun too. It's different. I mean, I don't get to sit in the restaurants or, all of those things, but I still search restaurants around the area and in different places. But in DC specifically, I'll research them and then I'll see if they're doing takeout. So I'll do takeout and then I'll create a whole experience in my place to make me feel like I'm still getting that restaurant experience. A lot of restaurants are doing cocktail options, so I definitely partake in that, just so it makes me feel like I'm still out and about.
Tell us about one of your favorite to-go experiences so far.
Yeah, one of my favorites has been Capo, which is a deli, but it's a deli slash speakeasy. I just ordered an amazing sandwich from them for lunch a couple days ago, and it comes with the cute little doggy bag cocktail. It was my favorite. The sandwiches are amazing. The drink was good. It was perfect.
I love it. Well, moving in, I know, like, in this time, social media is booming. It's always booming, but it's like on a new height. Where, like, we've been doing like living these virtual lives, Zoom calls, IG lives, you name it, it's been going down.
Mm-hmm.
What have you enjoyed the most from this virtual entertainment? Do you have specific lives you have plugged in your calendar? Mm-hmm. What have been some of your favorite music lives with some of the artists? I know it's been a lot going on. Yeah. What content has really kind of been on your day to day?
When it comes to IG and particular ones that I follow, I love all the girls from Influencing Color. They are active on their Insta stories so much, and so it inspires me. So I definitely watch them a lot. When it comes to my nightlife, because I feel like that has shifted a little bit. I love Club Quarantine, so I'm jumping into that on a regular basis. And being a part of those live experiences, that's been the most exciting part. Of course, I spent my entire night and got my whole life through Jill Scott and Erykah Badu.
Oh, that was a vibe.
Wasn't it? Like, it was everything. And so, I started streaming all of their albums just from that live.
I love the battles. Like, that.
Yeah.
And Erykah and Jill were amazing. I'm a fan of Club Quarantine because it just gets you like feeling good. I have my glass of wine. I'm vibing every song. And of course, I've been like, I really live for Fashion Fridays because I look forward to getting dressed. I'm pretty good at getting dressed like at least 3 to 4 days a week, whether it's
good
loungewear or workout clothes or a cute outfit. And it's like hosting from home. Like, I'm showing y'all how to make a brown cocktail, feeling good, looking good, and still just bringing that connection. But what I think I've enjoyed the most has been like the way like brands are showing up, and brands with like these artists and celebrities. It just really has been like good to see like the personal touch and connection in all of us in our house. Like we're truly getting through this together. I'm gonna share with all of you. But Luxury does partner with is Chloe and Halle. That's their names, right?
Yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna go and share, but they did this cute. They released their new album, and they did this cute partnership with them. So I thought that was like, ooh, I'm like, they brought fashion, they brought music. I love seeing the partnerships. Of course, they're all on a whole other level, but like, it's inspiring. It's like amusing, like it's everything. So
I love their style.
Their style is so cute. They're so cute. And then of course now it's like the Do It challenge. Like TikTok is full of challenges and dance routines, and it's just that fun stuff you can do around the house. See everyone else doing. So I love that cultural, fashion, music, like mix of everyone just bringing their silly, authentic self to.
It makes you feel like you kind of get to know them a little bit more.
It does, because the personality is really there, and I mean, most of it, it's not like this picture perfect anything, even though they look kind of perfect in this.
They do, yeah.
Moving into more of the fashion piece, I will say, when I look at your IG, Sam, it's beautifully curated. I just love your life, all the adventures, all the eating, all the drinking, all the fashion. I would say that I see that your style really has no limits, which I love. How would you describe your personal style? Like, when people ask you, like, what's your style? Like, what are your go-tos? Where do you find inspiration? How do you plan out shopping for trips and things like give us a little bit more, you know, what that's about.
I think when I think about my style, I think it's very, a little boho, a little edge, maybe a little mix in between. You know, my go-to places, I'm obsessed with Free People. Obviously obsessed with Zara. I do a mix in between those and then kind of add a little edge to it. That's more in line to where I am. When I think of inspiration, it's across the board. Like other influencers definitely inspire me to do, like, you know, Kayla Walker. I love her style with the dresses, and, you know, that's kind of my thing too.
I see a lot of that with you. The flowy feel, but like you put like a rugged, you know.
And I like to experiment a little bit. I've come a long way when it comes to playing with colors and playing with mixing of prints. That was never my thing until I did it, and I was like, I can totally do this.
You do it well. You're always looking good. What would you say are your top 5 items you love, like, photographing in, and why?
Well, I brought some stuff, so is that okay? I can show? Okay. I'll say, you know, one most recently has been my fedora hat. This, you'll see it all over my Instagram. You're gonna forever see it on my Instagram. It just adds so much like style to my photo. I get all of my hats from Gigi Pip. Their Instagram is dope too, but this really just kind of brings the edge that I look for in all of my stuff. So this is one thing.
I love that color too. So classic.
Yeah, I have that in that color and in black, and I think it goes with everything. Another thing that I like to really photograph in is my denim jacket. This is a Gap find, but I put pins on it. I wear it off the shoulder. I wear it kind of like a boyfriend. It's an oversized style.
Nice.
This is probably my most favorite thing to photograph in, because I can make it sexy or I can make it street. It's kind of my go-to. Just recently have been my glasses. Like, I like to add those into my photos. It gets like a quirky type feel.
I was gonna say, I'm loving these frames on you.
Yeah, I have a couple similar frames, but I like it for my pictures. Those are my go-to. What are yours?
So I love photographing in a good slip dress, and
The infamous slip dress. I love it.
this is like it was one of the first slip dresses that I launched in my fall capsule.
I have that dress.
Yeah, you do. See, so no matter what, like if I do this dress with like a sneaker, or if I do it with like a heel, it's just like the perfect fit, so classic, and it shows up so well in photographs. During one of I did like a photo shoot, it was like a velvet backdrop, and it just looked absolutely amazing. I'm a very neutral girl, but when I am going for some pop, I love doing like a bright pink something. Like pink is like one of my pops of colors that I really embrace. So I always feel bold. I feel like it goes very well against my skin tone. So if I'm doing like pinks and fuchsias or pastel pinks, like those all photograph really, really well on me. I love photographing in a good white top. This is a wrap top from like last year's summer capsule, but I can pair it with anything. It looks really, really good. And white is just so classic, whether you're doing like a button up or, you know, an off the shoulder casual tee. Like I feel like it makes a statement on all.
It shows up.
One is like a nice printed dress. Like no matter what you're doing, where you're going, if you like are looking for something that like really goes well with any type of background, it's like a nice print. So I go with like a printed skirt. Like usually I stick to like more leopards or snakeskins, things like that.
I like that. Those are cute.
And I love like a bold lip. Like sometimes when I'm like today, you know, getting dressed for this wonderful fashion chat, but showing up in like a pop of red, you know, just trying to be cute in my best quarantine life.
It looks good on you though. I'm more of a neutral lip, but I love a bright lip on others.
That's what I've been doing, more neutral since I've been home, but then I was like, today I'm just feeling a little jazzy, you know? We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I am so appreciative of your time, but I had one more thing I wanted to ask you before we close out. Tell me what's next during these few weeks of quarantine. Here in DC, our stay-at-home order has been extended, so we're not quite out in the streets yet. What can we be on the lookout for from you? Like creatively, like what's going on? How can everyone stay connected with you? Your website, all of those great things.
Definitely stay tuned on my website. I have very similar conversations to this coming up with some exciting people that I was able to interview during these this quarantine time. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that. There's tons of content coming. Stay connected to my Instagram, s.e.co. I have a lot of just new styles and stuff that I'm going to showcase on Instagram. And fun new backdrops are on the way too. So
I'm so glad that you're safe, that you're well, you're feeling good, you're keeping your creative juices flowing. You're staying fashionable as you're serving us all these quarantine slay looks, living your best life. We also have included all of Sam's information below in the comments and description. So be sure to follow her on Instagram. She's on Pinterest. She'll be able to tell you where else. And then you can also find the link to her blog so you can check out her most recent DIY project, backdrop, get your juices flowing, and you have some time to create that. And I'm looking forward to these other fun, creative interviews that you have coming up.
Me too. It's going to be fun.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you all for tuning in for another fun Fashion Friday chat. Stay tuned. The shop is excited to be bringing you more of this. Today, I am wearing our patent top, which I'm absolutely in love with. This is like so perfect. I have it on with just a basic pair of jeans. You guys can find that available on the shop as well. But until next time, stay healthy, stay well, stay fashionable, all of those good things.